Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the fourth episode of the Havoc Esports Official Podcast. Uh, Benji, my lovely co-host, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Oh, I can't complain. Today we have an awesome special guest in that of Taz. Taz, what's going on, man?
Oh, it's going good, man. It's been a while since I've been on stream, but I'm kind of back now, so gonna kind of get a background story about me, you
Yeah, we'd love to hear it.
know. Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
yeah, I'll go into it. Basically, kind
Yeah.
of starting back, it was like multiple years ago. Kind of went into, like, I've been in Rocket League for a long time, right? So,
Yeah.
and then I went to getting into Havoc and
hmm
kind of Um, I think I started out playing on a team back when it was like 8 teams, if that. So like everybody was kind of bad than Havoc, and then
Yep.
um, kind of started talking to Luke and got into being more on the staff team, and we started kind of redoing stuff because I talked with him a lot, and kind of started meeting you guys. Like Panda, I think you were around back then. I don't know if Benji was.
I was.
You were.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was.
Been
I've been
around for a
around.
long time.
I've been around since the
I
beginning. I'm
kind of
pretty sure, as far as
Mm,
right.
Havoc goes.
I kind
Yeah,
of get lost track because, like, I
I
mean,
kind of started
there's
this
been
company.
so many people in the server now. Don't even know half of
hmm
them. But anyway, then just kind of started building on my, I guess, like being a staff member here, and started really helping out with the stream and like pushing our stream forward. And then we started kind of getting more teams as we built up the stream, and that kind of came. Um, I did a lot of producing, so like I was the guy behind the streams, um, which I eventually got burned out, but that's kind of like where I've been lately. I kind of took a break. Probably didn't really notice though, because that's kind of like behind the scenes kind of stuff. But yeah, that's kind of from here up until this point. Um, I'm kind of coming back since I got myself situated financially and can kind of help out more.
Yeah, so I'm like, obviously you'd taken a break, and you say that it probably wasn't like that noticeable or whatever. But as somebody who also helps, kind of, I guess you could say, like run things around here, I will say that it was extremely noticeable when everybody else had to pick up a lot of extra work whenever you took your little hiatus. But what now that you're kind of coming back around, like what exactly are you planning on doing and picking up responsibilities wise now that you're back?
Yeah, I think after kind of getting burnout of putting the streams on, I kind of realized more I want to be more like planning out moving forward, like like pushing us and not really like a Monday job of just putting the stream on. So I kind of came back and have been trying to like think above like coming up with like all these new things we've been working on behind the scenes here, and kind of like um giving goals for people to shoot for, and really pushing ourselves beyond just, like, oh, we're just kind of a league. We're kind of just investing our own money, but trying to push ourselves into becoming like a full business at some point, and like be able to actually have, a full staff team and host major tournaments, or even work with Psionics at some point, kind of thing. And I feel like I have a better role of like being more of a leader, I guess, in this situation, after kind of taking on those lower roles for a long time. But of course, like I can still hop in and do some video editing, or make a, a kind of weird thumbnail for a YouTube video. But um, I definitely think I would fit best towards the top.
What's
Yeah, no, I
belong on my
think
top? Sorry.
I
My
think
bad.
that you do have like a pretty good understanding of how it all works, and I think that you in more of a planning role and a management. I say management like loosely, but less of like the actual physical work of it, and more of the overhead and like oversight of it all. I think that you probably are a way better fit in that sort of a role than what you were doing before, and probably will lead to a lot less burnout than what you were doing before. But you also had a lot of responsibilities that you had taken on before, so I think that combination of those two things probably got pretty overwhelming.
Yeah, you were like our streamer guy, our video editor, our photo editor. It was a lot. So, definitely see why you got burnt out. But I feel like you're more in a position now where you can do your own stuff and necessarily not having to be responsible for everything, but you could still do stuff that you were doing in the past, just not necessarily like required to do it, which is definitely better.
Yeah, and like, I mean, I'm definitely more into like playing out stuff because I feel like I'm better, like you said, managing people and kind of connecting people and making sure like, hey, how's that part going? How's that part going? And kind of bringing it together. And especially like with probably towards the end of the season when we're going to start trying to get more people and like get more onto like specific, oh, you're only going to do like this one thing so we can really bring more quality overall within our staff and not like throwing everything on Benji or throwing everything on me, throwing everything on Luke kind of thing. So I definitely think it's going to be exciting come around the next season of Havoc.
Indubitably. Sorry.
Indubitably?
Big vocab, my bad.
Do you have any like aspirations for yourself, like as a player, like outside of like Havoc stuff? Do you ever?
Oh,
I mean, obviously we all kind of play the game, but do you have any competitive aspects or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I definitely as any extra time is going into playing competitively. Like, I did recently take a pretty big break at the game, but I definitely still want to play competitively as a player and try my best to. I know it's kind of hard to play in Havoc, but also push myself outside. And I know like I have an interesting Havoc career of I started out in Academy with my boy Clarky and Loki and went on I think it was like a perfect run through Academy. But then here comes me. Oh, I made it to main league, yeah.
Yep,
And
you did.
Nope. I get what did I have? D-Chop and what was my third? Can't remember the other guy, but anyway, we went on the complete opposite. We lost every match of our series, so I definitely have some records that I don't think anyone's gonna break within the Hav community, but I definitely love to still play competitively and kind of get on the field like everyone else does here and there.
For sure, I think it's good to be still like involved with it all, on a player side as well. I think it's just healthy to, especially when you're growing a community like Havoc. I think it's good for if you're somebody who's like new to the community, seeing the people who run it be involved and playing at the same level as you. I think that's really beneficial overall.
Exactly. It's like even like you think you'd be good, but then I get in there and we've got some crazy good teams. So it's always kind of fun to just kind of see where you stacked up against all these teams.
Absolutely. So Taz, obviously you're a big Rocket League fan. Did you get a chance to watch Rocket League today? We had the Winter Cup